Today we're at the Boston Whaler facility in Central Florida, and we're on the 210 Vantage from Boston Whaler. For Boat Test, I'm Captain Shelley.
And I'm Captain Tripp. And we're going to take you guys through the performance of this boat, see how it handles, and we're also going to walk you through the features.
The Boston Whaler 210 Vantage has a length overall of 21 feet 3 inches and a beam of 8 feet 6 inches. With a single Mercury outboard in the down position, the 210 has a draft of 18 inches. The boat has a dry weight of 3,810 pounds. Our demo 210 weighed approximately 4,700 pounds on performance testing day. The 225 horsepower outboard motor reached a top speed of 42.4 miles per hour at 5,500 RPM and has a cruising speed of 27.7 miles per hour at 4,000 RPM. At that speed, the 8.5 gallon per hour fuel burn translated into 3.3 miles per gallon and a range of 234 statute miles, all while holding back that 10% reserve of the boat's total fuel capacity.
On our whole shot test, the boat reached 10 miles an hour in 3.5 seconds, 20 miles an hour in 6.7, and 0 to 30 was 9.2 seconds.
Let's see how the boat handles with this Mercury 225 on her. Now, this boat is equipped with smart trim, which is very convenient, although sometimes I do like to adjust it manually, but the boat comes up on plane really quickly. We do have a lot of power with that 225. Cornering, the boat is just so stable. I don't want to call it a heavy boat because it's not, but it feels like a heavy boat. And I think more so it sounds like a heavy boat because being a Boston Whaler, it is foam filled, the hull is. So that's gonna make the boat less like a drum. If you have a hollow hull, you're gonna get more hull slap, and when you cross waves and stuff, you're gonna hear it and feel it more. Well, with this thing being foam filled, she feels really solid. Yes, never slipped, always gripping. And the boat just drives really just straight as an arrow, even in this pretty peppy wind we have right now. Because it really does have a lot of power for a smaller boat, and it makes it very fun to handle. This electronic steering, electronic throttle makes everything very, very simple and a fun boat to drive.
The thing I really like about the dual console concept, it's kind of laid out for family and entertaining. The Vantage series from Boston Whaler, that's kind of what they focus on, is making boating simple. So it's a simple layout, it's comfortable and easy to use.
We have more space for ahead. We have more storage below for things like water skis, wakeboards, things like that, but also more dedicated seating and lounge areas. On a 21-foot center console, you're not gonna have this much comfortable seating. So this is a good thing to see for a family. Boston Whalers are foam filled underneath the deck.
Why is that important?
Well, for a lot of reasons. Well, this boat's not gonna sink, but if it does swamp, it's going to actually float level, which is a valuable thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, hopefully you don't experience that, but if you are in that situation, that's a safety thing.
Well, they do call it an unsinkable boat.
They do. Let's say you're out on the boat and you find yourself a nice little cove to drop the anchor in. Climb up here on the bow is a fantastic place to lounge. We have full U-shaped seating, an anchor locker all the way forward, recessed handrails, grab rails. So these are great when lounging, or maybe you're underway and you're up here. JL audio speakers and storage underneath each side, both port and starboard.
So the storage on both sides is nice. You do have to lift the cushions to gain access to that storage. And you have this spin style latch. I'd like to see more the paddle style latch under there. That way you're not kind of relying on your guests to make sure that the cushions are snapped back down or they go flying off the boat. And you talked about the handrails. You know, I like that they are kind of set back down so it kind of acts as an armrest.
Yeah, it's not protruding into my back and it's not poking out so that my arm has more to rest on. And we have a large access to the storage underneath here, room enough for rods, maybe water skis, wakeboard, and also a bucket to act as a trash can with an easy access. Shelley, did you notice that this pass-through is actually offset and we have a larger console on the port side?
Yeah, I think that's for the extra room that they want down here in the optional headspace. So it is actually a plumbed porta potty. You can take it out or you can use the pump out system.
You know, actually there is a decent amount of headroom in here, and it being a wider compartment, I do have some elbow room in here to maneuver.
This double wide seat is multifunctional. It has a 15-gallon live well down below. And this seat actually has a couple of different orientations. One for forward facing. Ooh, that's sturdy. One for rear facing. Try that out so you can see it. And then it goes all the way back. And you have a nice sunbed.
There's also storage under the forward seat and cup holders. We have 4 back here. Fortunately, we had a beautiful sunny day today, and this bimini overhead came in handy. And then the windshield, which wraps around all the way, certainly protected us from the wind as it's supposed to. But it will also close up if you would like it to.
You definitely tossed me around a little bit today during our performance testing. You look pretty comfortable at that helm.
I was comfortable, and yeah, as we were being tossed around, this seat, I definitely was secure, and I had good access to everything from my controls, this adjustable stainless steel Boston Whaler embossed steering wheel, Simrad screen, my JL audio unit, and we have analog and digital gauges. All of my tactile buttons here, trim tabs, twin cup holders, USB chargers, and I like how the VHF radio is conveniently located. They couldn't have done a much better job with that.
And back here, you've got these awesome jump seats. You have 2 more forward-facing seats while you're underway. I feel really sturdy in this seat. I feel safe sitting here. I like the handrails, which is an ABYC standard. And as I was walking up, I saw that there's actually a city water connection, so that when you get back to the dock, you can hook up the hose and wash down the boat. That makes pretty handy.
Yeah, a good freshwater rinse is always valuable. And then I noticed that this transom swim platform, it extends actually out over the transom. That keeps us away from not only the trim tabs, but also the motor. Then we have a 4-step stainless steel swim ladder here as well.
It's a nice casting platform. There's 4 rod holders on the gunnels on both sides, 3 in the center, and you can actually replace that center one with a mount for a towing pylon. This has been our full performance and features review of the Boston Whaler 210 Vantage. For Boat Test, I'm Captain Shelley.
And I'm Captain Trip, and remember, life's better on a boat.